It is Friday morning. It is 8:01. I'm a minute late. That is my fault. I was yentering it up with somebody that you're going to get to meet here in a couple of minutes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, today is Friday, which means it is the Coffee Talk Drive Thru. And we'll get to our special guest here in a couple of minutes, but we do have some weather to talk about. So, of course, let's do that. It is Friday. I'm happy to say the weather is absolutely beautiful. Look outside. There's our tower cam perspective. We are looking toward downtown Orlando. A few clouds over top of us. The cold front that is moving through, and that is going to make a difference in our day ahead. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar, and you can see. What was so interesting is this morning, as the cold front was moving through my house, you could literally see the line where the clouds were there, and then the clouds weren't there. You know, and I thought about taking a picture when I was driving the kids to school. I got to a red light, and my entire front of my car heading east was cloudy. And if I hit my side view mirror, it was completely clear. And you see that silly meme where it's like, Florida, the weather's always changing. So anyway, there's the cold front. It is lovely. Let's talk about temperatures across Central Florida, shall we? It is 64 degrees in the city, beautiful. We're at 58 degrees in Leesburg, 60 degrees in DeLand, 57 degrees in Palm Coast, and it is 58 in Ocala. Heather, good morning to you. Frank, Connie, Naomi, good morning. Carolyn, Tim, good morning, everybody. It is a little chilly out, Diane says. It's okay. It's not that bad. As a matter of fact, when we compare temperatures, we're actually a little warmer than we were yesterday. 6 degrees warmer in Orlando. It is 16 degrees warmer in Ocala. So, technically, this morning is actually a bit milder. But look where we're headed in terms of the forecast today. At least it's beautiful, right? 69 by 11 o'clock, lower to mid-70s for daytime highs. It is going to be an absolutely beautiful forecast today. So if you're making plans to be outside, like I'm going to mow the yard, and it's not like summer mowing the yard, it's actually going to be quite lovely. We are above average with temperatures in the mid-70s. 74 today in Orlando. The average high is 72. We'll do about 69 to 70 from Ocala to Bellevue, about 73 Wildwood, 75 degrees in Melbourne, and 68 in Daytona Beach. Harrison, good morning. Yukon, Debbie, Nancy, good morning to you. Arnett, good morning to you. Hopefully the birds are chirping and everything is just beautiful. Yukon says, Merry Christmas to all the Orthodox celebrating today. Indeed, Merry Christmas. See, I need to learn that. I need to learn all of that. Misra, good morning to you. Kenneth, Diane, good morning. All right, so it is beautiful. What is the weather story? What is happening, my friends? Let's talk about it. First off, here we are for today. We are going to have that front continue moving through tonight. Cooler, drier air diving in and setting us up for a really nice night. But what we are looking ahead to is actually a warming trend for the upcoming weekend. So this is just a weak front. It is nothing more than a weak front because our temperatures will be warming by tomorrow. Take a look. From the mid-70s today to the upper 70s tomorrow, to the lower 80s, our daytime high on Sunday. It is beautiful. My brother says he needs to cut the grass too. Well, Frank, you've been heading to and from Orlando, well, DeLand, really, from Tampa. So you've been schlepping quite a bit. Hello, Stella. I haven't forgotten about you. You're still my girl. Linda, good morning. Champagne David, good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Ashley, good morning to you. So it's a beautiful day, no matter what you're doing. If you're heading out to the attractions, Universal Studios, for example, looks like a great forecast. Temperatures in the 60s, lower 70s for us by noon. Going to continue that through the afternoon. I got to close my blind. Hold on a second, people. This sun is shining bright, and I haven't been in my office for a while. So there we go. I think that'll be okay. Ugh. Hi, Stella. Hi, Stella. Yes, I still love you, Stella. All right, that's better. That's at least not going to shine in my face. You're going to get it from the back. I now know that I need to be closing the blinds. Hold on. This is so amateur hour coffee talk. There we go. All right. Is the lighting better? Yeah, see, the lighting's better. I have a little more control over it today. Hi, how are you? I'm Eric, and I have no idea. I've never done TV before. Hi, Stella. All right. Morning, Bruce. How are you? Kristen, good morning to you. Okay, so the weather forecast is beautiful. Of course, we had the 10K this morning out at Disney. Tomorrow is the half marathon. Next year, I'm running this event. Let's do this together. Anybody else want to train and run with me? All right. Hi. It's gorgeous in the morning. 50s. It's going to be cooler tomorrow morning, so keep that in mind, runners. Looking ahead, by the way, you've, of course, got the full marathon on Sunday. Where is that button? No. You'd think that I would have prepped myself a little bit for this. There's the full marathon. Good gravy. Why do you watch me when I obviously have no idea what I'm doing half the time? Okay. I never run ever. I can walk. Look, my first 2 half marathons, the only 2 that I've done, I definitely ran a little and walked a lot more. Half marathon includes temperatures in the 50s. Notice for the full marathon on Sunday, as that warming trend continues, we're going to be getting milder. So I would say the cooler temperatures are going to be with us for the half. The milder temperatures are going to be with us for the full, but it is not going to be bad. Like the end of the event, we're approaching 70. It's not like running a full marathon in April where those temperatures are getting into the 70s awful quickly or never dropping below. So at least there's that. But while it is getting warmer looking ahead to Sunday, that is another temporary thing. Let's just kind of look. So there's Saturday, a little bit warmer, looking great. There's Sunday, continuing warmer, looking great, but oh, what's this? There's a storm system in Alabama and Mississippi. Notice on the north side of that, there's some of those pinks and whites and blues. That's some winter precipitation. Another storm system moving into the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. But for us, that will be a cold front that will be marching into our area. And looking ahead to Monday, a few showers, clearing out Monday late, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it is going to be great. Tim says, I've never run, but have thought about doing a race. They are so cool, Tim. I love, and I am believe me, I am no winner. I am no speed demon. As a matter of fact, my last half marathon, the balloon ladies were right there, right at my tuchus, which if you've ever run a Disney race, the balloon ladies are the ones that kind of dictate where the race ends. Like if the balloon ladies pass you, you're done. So, but I finished, and that's the bottom line. Doesn't matter how fast you are. If you can finish, if you can do something that's like that, that's all that matters. So, very cool stuff. Anyway, so there's a cold front coming in early next week. Let's take a look and just see kind of where we're headed, okay? Next few days, and we're going to have our guest do this. So, guest, pay attention because you're going to be on deck here shortly to do this. All right, 74 degrees today. It's beautiful. We're clearing out those skies. Saturday, Sunday, a little warmer each day, although tomorrow morning is going to be wonderful. Look at Monday. Mostly cloudy skies. We'll have those showers around. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, some cooler temperatures, I see. Very interesting. I like it. All right, so we do have some of those lovely changes. Speaking of lovely, I got a chance to chat with our next guest just a couple of minutes before Coffee Talk. Let me introduce you to Tina Kyle. Tina, first off, good morning.
Good morning.
Hope everything is well in your neighborhood. Thank you for coming by the Coffee Talk Drive Thru. First and foremost, before we do anything else, it's the Drive Thru, which is a cheesy name, but whatever. What is your drink of choice?
I do a regular coffee with peppermint mocha in my Tigger mug.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see it.
T-I-double-G-R. I love it.
Love Tigger. He's my favorite. So, but peppermint mocha is my go-to for.
If Coffee Talk had any kind of a budget, I would be buying you a drink right now. But shoestring budget.
Right?
Oh well.
It's all right.
So tell us a little bit about you. How did you come to be in front of us today? Who are you? Let's start there.
Well, I was born in California. I was raised my early years in Oregon. And then as a teenager, we moved to Washington State up by Seattle, or across from Seattle.
Very cool.
And I lived there until I met my husband, which I've been married to. This year will be 22 years.
Congratulations.
And we moved down here to Florida the first time in 2003, and then I went back for a couple of years because my mom and grandma were sick, and then we came back here in 2008, and we've been here ever since. I have two boys, one's 20, one's 13, and then I also have two stepdaughters that are 31 and 33, so.
Oh, that's great. Now, what brought
Yeah.
you to Florida? Was it work or was it, hey, the sun is shining and it's warmer there?
Well, my husband has a sister that lives here,
Okay.
and she's like, "Well, you retired. You get one more move from the military because my husband's retired military.
Yep.
Let's make it the best." So we moved as far from the rain and the. Everybody says Seattle's beautiful or Washington's beautiful, but it is. The scenery's beautiful, but the weather is not so much. I don't enjoy the cloudiness, the rain, and it's one of those when you've lived there all your life. It was a good change. It was hard at first when I came here because obviously I was a lot away from my family and everything. But now that I've been here and my mom and my dad have both passed away, I have a sister and a brother up there, but we still see each other, so that's good.
Well, and with airplanes and and everything, I mean, just the sheer fact that you can FaceTime or Skype, like you and I are talking to each other via digital means, like. What a time to be alive. That's very cool. So what has been your, aside from the weather, what has been your favorite part about living in Florida?
I mean, honestly, the heat I don't enjoy.
Sure.
As much as being in Florida is nice, but the blue sky, there's so much to do and restaurants to go to, and like where I'm from is across the water from Seattle, Port Orchard, Bremerton, where the military base is.
Right.
There's not a lot of like diversity as far as restaurants and different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here, you could go to a different restaurant so many different times and never hit the same restaurant.
Yeah.
Where there, it's not even there's nothing. You got maybe like 4 main restaurants, and you probably have to drive about 20 miles to get to them, from where I live. So
yeah. Well, there's something about we're the tourist capital of the planet, right? And
Right.
So it's like everybody wants to have a footprint here, and so it's very cool to benefit as being locals, right? By the way, everybody, you can ask questions in the chat, and we can, because we have to get to know Tina. Like, we've seen Tina commenting, but now we have to get to know Tina. So if anybody has any questions or anything, Yukon says, despite all the problems in the world, this is the best time to be alive. Hey, I'm sure that there will be better things in the future, and our kids and grandkids and great-grandkids, but it's a pretty cool time to be alive. And as long as we can bring some positivity to each other, that's all that matters. So here we are enjoying the sunshine. You said that's the blue sky is definitely your favorite thing. What activities do you like to do in this wonderful weather? And Carolyn's asking kind of the same thing. What do you do for fun?
With everything that's going on in the world, I haven't been doing a lot of fun because
Sure.
I do have medical issues and stuff that I don't try to put myself in positions. But
Oh, yeah.
we love the beach. That's one of our favorite things to do as a family. We don't get to do it enough. But the beach is probably one of my favorite things to do.
Yep.
I'd probably say not so much the theme park. We go to the theme parks when family comes to visit.
Yeah.
That's when we go to the theme parks.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the cost and everything.
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
have, passes and everything. So it's probably, I would have to say the beaches or going to like the parks or like regular parks and walking around, that kind of thing.
And
I
I
don't
would
get to do it as much as I'd want, but yeah.
I would imagine that coming from Seattle and just the Pacific Northwest, that there was a lot of nature trails and hiking up there as well. So at least here you get the sun shining, a part of it, right?
Right.
Cody,
Yes,
by the
for
way,
sure.
says, "Let's go, Mom, love you." That's nice. Is he like in the other room? Or?
No, actually, he doesn't live at home. That's my older one. He's
Okay.
20. He'll be 21. He doesn't live home, so.
Very cool. Well,
He's,
Cody, thanks for hanging out, buddy. All
My
right.
younger one, though, isn't here, and he's in the other room. So.
Okay. So Dana's
He
asking,
just
what
doesn't
is
tell me.
what is something on your bucket list to do or a bucket list place to visit? Good question.
Um, I'd say my bucket list item that I was just actually talking to my husband about was going to Paris.
Ooh,
I've always wanted to go to France. I've never been um, anywhere overseas as far as that. I mean,
yeah.
the farthest I've gone out of the United States was Roatan, down in Honduras. But other than that, I've never really traveled much. So
Right.
um, that was one of my bucket list things that I want to do is go there.
Me too. My wife, before we got married, she did a little traveling with groups, and I never did. I've never been to Paris or to Germany or to Asia. I've been to the Bahamas, kind of like you. Like
Yeah,
I've
me too. Yeah.
I've done like that little bubble around here.
Right. And well, that's the
Eric,
thing. My husband's retired military, so he's been everywhere because he's 21 years in the Navy.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he's traveled all over the place.
Well, and thank you and him for his service, your sacrifices while he was traveling around for the country. So thank you both. Eric with a CH is asking. So Tina, how long did it take for you to get used to Florida weather and being homesick? Interesting question.
Um, the Florida weather, I feel like took me a couple of years. I'm not gonna lie, because the heat and the humidity
Yeah.
was hard to get used to. I just, as much as I thought that it would be easy, I think it took a little bit of time for my blood to thin out. I don't know
Sure.
if it's being in Washington and it's so cold all the time. I feel like the so I feel like it took a couple of years to be able to finally get used to being in the
Well, and
Florida weather.
I would venture to say, I mean, I've never lived outside of Florida, which you can make fun of, and that's totally acceptable, right? But I still hate the heat in the summer. Like I love getting in the pool, but like it doesn't hit you any better. You could, I mean, I'm 37, so I've lived 30. Sure, the first few you don't remember, but right, like it's still just blasting.
Right.
That
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
anybody.
that's what I don't enjoy. That's why it's like people are like, "What do you do in the?" Sit in the AC.
Yeah.
I go AC to AC because I don't necessarily enjoy the real hot heat, but I enjoy like times now where it's cooler. It's not so much humidity, and those kind of things. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I deal with the one part of the year to get to the best part of the year. You know what I mean?
I think
it's not permanent.
I think we're all there, right? Like I think
Yeah.
if I had my druthers, I think that I would summer in a cooler spot.
Yeah.
But here we are. It's
Right.
okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
like the snowbirds that go away in the summer. I
Oh.
like to do that. Be able to go home in the sun. You know what I
Right?
mean? Those few months that it's horrible, and then come back in the winter months. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Sign us up for that. Arnett's asking, what beach do you prefer and why?
Well, I've never been to the West Coast beaches. I mean, I've been over there but to stay, I've never done like St. Petersburg. We've
Yeah.
been there during the day and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, we do Cocoa Beach a lot because it's close to where
Sure.
we are. I don't know that I feel like since the Westgate has taken over, that the commercializing of it
Yeah.
has made it go downhill. But Cocoa Beach is usually where we tend to go because
Sure.
it's a straight shot down 192 to, you know what I mean, get over
Easy
it. Or
drive.
528,
Yeah.
it's close for us to be able
Yeah.
to get over there.
I would tell you, I love St. Pete Beach. I love Clearwater Beach. You do have to make sure it's not during like a red tide period, but I do love the West Coast because it's so you feel a world of difference,
Yeah.
So you have to do that at some point.
Yeah.
Tim's asking, hey Tina, when it's raining cats and dogs, which do you prefer, cats or dogs? I know the answer, but go ahead.
Definitely cats. I have two cats. One Princess Jasmine, and the other one's White Sox because
I
all
love
four of her
that.
paws are white. My kids named both of them. One wanted our cat to be Princess, and the other one wanted Jasmine. So I'm like, well, it's Princess Jasmine.
Yeah.
Because they were a lot younger when we named them. But yeah, we've had them about 8 years now, and so cats. I definitely a cat family. I want a dog, but my husband's like, okay, we have cats. We can't intermix a dog with with
Yeah.
the cats. That will not be a good thing. So
Yeah.
we're stuck with the cats.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Sonia, my neighbor, says Indian Rocks Beach is amazing and they have amazing restaurants. I've never been to the beach, but I could say that the restaurants right there are amazing. So you do have to check out that area. Dana says Clearwater Beach is so touristy. Try Sand Key just south of that if you don't want all the tourists. Yeah, that whole area. It's so, and you know what's so neat too is because it's so flat, like you can take and rent a jet ski and cruise. It's just such a different vibe that you do have to check it out. You do have to check it out.
I will have to do that.
So how have you gotten used to like what was your first hurricane experience? Coming from the Pacific Northwest where that couldn't be further from your thought process. Like how did that work?
There was a few, and I don't remember the names of them, but when we were here, we were here for the four that hit.
Yeah, Charlie, Francis, Jean.
Charlie.
Yeah.
We were here for them, and that was we lived in an apartment building at that time,
Yeah.
so we were on the bottom floor. It wasn't so bad,
Right.
And it was still windy. It was still scary. You know what I mean? We were living in Longwood at the time.
Yeah.
And but we never lost power. We never, you know what I mean? There wasn't that impact like a lot of people had. I think the most scariest one for us was Irma.
Yeah.
Because we were living in a 2-story, and one of our neighbor's shingles had came off and hit our master bedroom window and broke it in the height of the storm at like 1:00 in the morning. And we had, of course, had the kids and everybody come sleep in our room so that we were all together if something happened. And then right as we were getting ready to lay down, the shingle hit the window and busted it out. And it was scary. It was because once that happened, it changed the air pressure in the house and the wind was still blowing. Right. And so we ended up all going downstairs and sleeping downstairs because it just the roof, the whole top of the house felt like it was just going to come off. It was horrible, even though it wasn't even that strong, but it still was. Once that window was taken out, it made the difference in the pressure of the house.
Once you let the storm in the house, the structural integrity, your safety comes down. That's why in the worst weather, we always like tropical systems where they're like longer events like that. That's a little different, but like that's why in tornadoes we say, and it sounds cheesy, but it's like get as far away from windows and doors as possible, because in a tornado where it comes much harder, much quicker.
Yeah.
You don't know what the exterior walls and your weak points, your windows, what they're going to do. So, yeah. But that's always been a fear of mine in a tropical system, because it's not like the hurricane is going to come and punch your window in, right? But it's the garbage that's around. And it's that one, and obviously your case isn't this, but, you know, because shingles are what they are. But it's like, I always worry about, and not so much in this neighborhood where I live now, but like my last neighborhood, there was that one neighbor that had crap everywhere, and then a hurricane's coming, and I have taken all my lawn stuff inside and I've done everything, and then you look and it's like that crap is still everywhere. That's what's going to bust my window open, because that person's an IDIOT,
right?
You know,
okay.
At least it wasn't that. At least it was a shingle.
You know, like bring everything in, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even if it's, so yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, it's at least it was a shingle. That's an honest thing. It's
yeah.
So
well, the thing is that one hit the side of the house, and I was like, at first I went to go look, and I'm glad that I couldn't find a flashlight, because I was going to the window that busted.
Oh wow, yeah.
To look out to see, because it hit hard. It was like really loud, and so luckily I didn't actually get to the window before, because I would have had my face right in it.
I've thought about doing the impact film on my window. I mean, I live inland, so it's not like, you know, but I've thought about putting impact film on my house, but it's like $3,000 because of the windows that I have, and I mean, that's a lot of money. So I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet, but like,
but the one time it goes out and something happens, then that $3,000 would be worth it.
I know we're having this conversation. I'm just like, oh god.
maybe just the upper floor. I don't know, like all the windows, but maybe just your upper floor bedroom windows, because that's the one that got hit for us.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's they don't market that impact film for weather, because I think you have to have a certain but they do for like, for they're like saying like break-ins, and a break-in versus a shingle, it does the same idea. So how did you find Coffee Talk? Let's ask that question.
So it was Irma that I was watching. I was looking at news, and that kind of on my Facebook, and
Yeah.
I had seen that you were broadcasting and that, and I started watching. I was really quiet in the beginning. I never really commented. I never really did anything, and then after a while, I started, um, commenting and saying good morning and that kind of thing, interacting with people
It's
because I
more
don't
fun.
have a lot of people, family, friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot, so when I started interacting here, it gives me that family feeling
Yeah.
because everybody in here is so amazing and friendly and that kind of thing. So I enjoy being able to, watch every morning and interact with others.
It's a bit more of a family than I would have ever thought. It's
Right?
we all
You never know what it comes out of it. Yeah.
and that's kind of cool. Yeah. Let's see here. Nancy says that's a very good point. Yeah, the one window blows out, and I'm just going to be sitting there. And the difference is, Tina, for you, at least you were home to be like. For me, I'm going to be at work, and I'm going to get a text message from my wife saying, "Oh my God, the house is flying apart." And then when I calm her down, okay, what's actually happening? Oh, a window blew out, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, because I was so cheap,
Yep. Yeah. I should have just did it.
should have done it." She's going to watch this Coffee Talk back and be like, I'm not going to say anything, babe. That's how that's going to go.
Get him, Jeannie.
Oh, geez. It's just, I mean, it is. It's expensive, and
It is.
life is expensive. Having 2 children in daycare is expensive.
Yeah, definitely.
Janice says we're family and a supportive group. That's true. Deborah says, so nice to meet you, Tina. Okay. Looks like you've taken a hard fall. I'm okay. I did not fall. Okay. All right. Would you like to try your hand at doing the weather?
This is the most nerve-wracking part of it.
Listen.
The whole being on Coffee Talk.
I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell my interns, okay? Which is, you've been talking to me for the last few minutes, and you've been wonderful. All you now have to do is talk about a graphic. And it's cool because, like newscasters, you have to talk about names and things like that. For us, let me let you in on a little weather guy and gal secret. All you have to do is read the thing.
Right.
And you have to throw a little personality in there, otherwise they'll fire you.
Okay. So today we have a nice and cool day at 74 degrees. We are looking to bring up the temperature a little to 77, even warmer on Sunday to 80. And then Monday, we have a 40% chance of rain with a high of 79. And then getting back into the cooler territory on Tuesday, my favorite time and air temperature at 70 degrees. And then looks like we will stay in that range of 72 for Wednesday and for Thursday as well.
You're great. Why was that nerve-wracking to you? You did wonderful.
You know.
Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for everybody else?
I don't think so. I think it's been a great experience.
Thank you for hanging with us this morning and for hanging with us every morning. Continue to chat and add. That's what's so fun about Coffee Talk is the fact that it's not just, that's what I love about it is it's not just, I'm not just talking to a camera. It's we're all talking together, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy that.
My most critical critic, my mother, says, "Great job, Tina." So understand it took me years to get that from her. You know?
Thank you so much.
All right, Tina, nice to meet you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was Tina, everybody. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Yet another great guest. I love that. Another great guest on the Coffee Talk Drive Thru. All right, so Tina said it. We've got some cooler temperatures next week. Are you ready for them? I hope so. If not, they're going to be here anyway. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you guys and gals so much for hanging out. I am going to stay local today, so I am not going to have to sit in a Publix parking lot in DeLand trying to get a signal to do the afternoon deal, which did not work very well yesterday. My apologies with that. All right. So that said, let me just tell you a little bit about what's going on with Pops. I'm really excited. Pat's asking, how's Dad? Thank you. So yesterday went to see Dad, and the nurses said that he had his tracheostomy and everything went well. And the nurses said, we're continuing to pull him off sedation now that his ventilator is out. Well, the first thing I noticed when I walked in is he opened his eyes, and it wasn't staring off into space. He zeroed in on me. He looked right at me. Oh, hey, okay. So that was first thing. I was like, oh, Dad's there. And so I was chatting with him, and he was looking at me. Now he can't talk, certainly, but I was talking to him and saying that I'm glad that he's looking. I was like, hey, you can see me today. I can see this. And he was you could tell he was a little frustrated, but if you can't move and you can't talk, I can imagine that. So I said to him, Dad, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. And I got a kiss. I got a kiss from Dad. Now, for the last 3 weeks, there hasn't been. And I got him puckering up his lips. Now, I had to make sure that was the real deal. So I kind of said, whoa, did I just get a kiss? And I said, listen, you're surrounded by love. We've been coming. You've had visitors every day. We love you so much. I love you so much. Give me another kiss. And he did it again. And then I started crying because that's where I'm at. So he's there, you guys and gals. Your good vibes that you've been sending, the positive energy, it's there. And I am so appreciative of it. So yesterday was the greatest of days. There's a long road ahead, I'm certain of that, but yesterday was a great day. So thank you for all of the good vibes and all of the good energy, the prayers, if that's your thing, whatever it is. So you can tell he is darn frustrated. You can tell he's darn frustrated, but at the same point, I got the lips puckered up, which, given where he is and the situation where I didn't know if that was going to ever be the case, it's a big deal, to me at least. So, pretty soon, his tush better be back in here on Coffee Talk every morning like it was. I'll take that. It was a darn good day. So, we'll continue rolling through. His ex-wife says he's tough. I can't tell if it's he's tough, like he's tough, that's why we're not married anymore, or he's tough, that's why he's still. I'm just teasing you, Ma. Eric says that's good that he's frustrated. It means he's feeling better. Hey, at the same time, I mean, think about it. He's had a tube down his throat for 3 weeks, or it's 2 weeks, 2 weeks and change. Yeah, I would be frustrated too. God only knows what, he's feeling. So, but I got that reaction. That was a good one. Anyway, thank you so much. I will see you for the afternoon drive, the afternoon pick-me-up, whatever we're calling it, at about 3:30 or so. In the meantime, I will be social media-ing through the day. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. My old man was my sunshine yesterday. Hopefully, Tina was your sunshine. Tina was my sunshine this morning. So fun to talk. Thank you guys and gals so much. I'll see you guys later on.